Hey there, and welcome. Are you ready to finally start speaking English? Well, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to build your very first sentences together, step by step. So, let's just jump right in.
Seriously, I'm so glad you're here with me. You know, learning a new language, it's a huge adventure, right? And today is that first, super exciting step. I promise, by the time we're done here, you'll have everything you need to start making your own simple and correct English sentences. Sound good? Okay, let's do this.
Okay, first things first. You can't have a conversation if you don't know how to start one, right? So it all begins with just a simple hello.
All right, so here are the big ones. Hello and hi. These are your best friends, seriously. They're fantastic because you can use them pretty much any time, day or night. Super easy. Then you've got good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. These are great when you want to be just a little more specific about the time of day. And what about when the conversation's over? Well, that's just as easy. Goodbye is the classic, but honestly, you're going to hear bye way more often. It's just more casual. And see you is a really nice, friendly way to say you hope to, well, see them again. Simple, right?
Okay, let's be real. When you're learning something new, you're going to have questions. A lot of them. So let's build your essential toolkit. These are the phrases you absolutely need in a classroom.
And please never ever be afraid to use these. Can you repeat, please? That one's going to be your best friend, I'm telling you. If something's just not clicking, it's totally okay to say, I don't understand. And then, when that little light bulb goes on over your head, I understand? These are absolutely crucial for actually communicating.
All right, let's talk about a small but kind of important detail. May I versus can I? Think of may I as the more formal, polite way to ask. It's perfect for when you're asking a teacher for permission, like, may I go to the restroom? Now, can I? That's the one you'll hear and use all the time in everyday chats with friends. Both are totally correct. They just have a slightly different vibe, you know?
Okay, so you've got your greetings, you've got your classroom toolkit. Now, it's time for the big one. I'm talking about the most important part of this entire session. This is the golden rule of English sentences. And listen, if your first language is Spanish, this is going to be a game changer for you.
So, any guesses? What do you think it is? What's the one thing that every, and I mean every, complete sentence in English absolutely positively must have? Let's find out. And boom, here it is. This is the key. In Spanish, it's perfectly fine to say, es un estudiante, right? The subject, who you're talking about, is just understood. But in English, no way. You cannot say, is a student. It just sounds, well, broken. It's incomplete. You have to, and I mean you must, include the subject. You've got to say, who is a student? So you say, he is a student. That is the number one rule. Every English sentence needs a subject, period.
So, if every sentence needs a subject, who are the subjects? Well, meet your cast of characters. These are the subject pronouns. They're the words that step in to play that main role. We've got I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. Just think of them as the stars of the show. One of these guys will almost always be kicking off your sentence.
Okay, so we've got the golden rule down. We've met our cast of characters. Now what? Well, now it's time to actually put them to work. Let's check out the super simple blueprint you can use to build literally millions of correct English sentences. And here it is, the magic formula. It really is this simple. You start with your subject, then you add the verb, and then you just add the rest of the stuff. We'll call that the complement. So it's the person, the action, and then the details. That's it. Let's see what this looks like for real.
Okay, check this out. First, we need a subject, right? Here it is, she. That's our little person icon. Next up, the verb. That's is, in green. And what's the rest? A student. See? It follows the blueprint perfectly. Subject, verb, complement. She is a student. Let's do another one, just to make sure it sticks. So who are we talking about this time? They. That's our subject. The verb, are. And what are they? My classmates. Subject, verb, complement. You see that pattern? It's the same every time.
And here's a super useful one, how to introduce yourself. The subject is, of course, I. The verb is am. And the complement? Well, it's your name, Tom. I am Tom. You can literally use this exact sentence structure to introduce yourself right now. Go ahead, try it. All right, so we've covered a lot. We've got greetings, those helpful classroom phrases, and our amazing sentence blueprint. Now, for the fun part, let's put all these pieces together and see how they work in a real but short conversation. So, speaker A, Maria, kicks things off. She starts with a simple greeting, hello. Then she uses that blueprint we just learned to introduce herself. Subject, I. Verb, am. Complement, Maria. Simple. Perfect.
Now it's Tom's turn. He answers with a greeting. Hi, Maria. Then he introduces himself. Same pattern. I am Tom. But look, he doesn't stop there. He uses the blueprint again to add more info. She is our teacher. He's putting all the pieces together.
And to finish it up, Maria comes back in. First, she uses a phrase from our classroom toolkit, I understand. And then, because she needs a little help, she uses another one. Can you repeat her name, please? Isn't that cool? See how all those simple little blocks we learned can build a real, flowing conversation?
Okay, so let's wrap this up with the most important things to remember. Number 1, always start with a greeting. 2, use those classroom phrases whenever you need help, don't be shy. 3, and this is the big one, every single English sentence must have a subject. And finally, just stick to that super simple blueprint. Subject plus verb plus complement. If you can do that, you are well on your way. So that's it. You officially have the basic tools to start building your own English sentences. You've got the greetings, you know how to ask for help, and you know the golden rule. So really, there's only one question left to ask. What will you say in English today? Get out there and give it a shot. Thanks so much for joining me.